Hi Taylor.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a busy week.
Okay. So last time I sent you home with a couple things to try and work on. I asked you to, if you want to continue hanging out with your friends. Were you able to do that, or how did things work in that area?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to, but the group I used to hang out with just kind of got busy, and I don't think they blew me off. I think
Okay.
they just kind of weren't used to me wanting to hang out again, and it just didn't really work out for the day we planned and stuff. So
Okay.
it kind of sucked, but whatever. I feel like it wasn't a big deal.
Okay. So you seemed okay with it. Did you try talking to them at all about it, or?
Not really. I talked to my one friend who I got lunch with last week, and
Okay.
she said they said sorry, it just wasn't really working out for the day we all planned.
Okay.
So they said we could try again another day. So I'm not worried about it. I think it was just bad timing kind of
Okay.
thing.
Well, that's good that they're, wanting to continue to hang out even though that certain day didn't work out. So
Yeah.
that's good. So last week you talked about that you've been working a lot and you were going to maybe talk to your boss about cutting back on a few hours. Were you able to do that, or how did things go?
Yeah, I did finally talk to him, and he was kind of grumpy about it, whatever. But he did say he would work with me just because he gets that I'm still in high school and
Yeah.
whatever. So he can't really freak out about it. But he said he would definitely look at the schedule and try and cut back on some. So that's good. I'm just at the same time kind of worried about the money thing still too.
Do you think that by cutting back on a few hours it will relieve a lot of stress that you've been feeling?
Yeah, I definitely as much as I don't want to admit it, I feel work definitely has been putting a lot of stress on me, and I think it'll just be nice to have me time and have time for me to go do what I want and not worry about anything else going on anymore.
So you said that you're worried about some financial concerns. So your dad, has he not been able to find a job yet?
Yeah, I mean, he found something, but it's only temporary, and it's not solid work hours, and I know even me picking up for hours doesn't really help a whole lot, but I feel so bad he's been in such a funk too lately, and I don't know, I feel it's not getting better for him, so I just want to do whatever I can to help, but at the same time I want a life too.
Do your parents know that you've been feeling like this? I mean, do they put any pressure on you about, working a lot, or?
Not really. I don't really talk to my dad much about it, but I have kind of talked to my mom a little bit about that and some other things, and she doesn't want me, working crazy just to help out, because we're fine right now. It's just everything that I have to pay for I'm kind of doing on my own right now, and I don't want to ask him for help.
Yeah.
And she appreciates it, and I don't know, I feel we've kind of gotten a little bit closer lately.
That's
Just
good.
with everything going on.
Yeah. So last week we also talked about maybe you hanging out with your brother just as a friend or as a sister, and trying not to mention the suicide note. Were you able to do that?
Yeah, actually, I didn't think he would hang out with me at all, but I asked him if he wanted to see the new movie coming out last Friday, and he actually was okay with it. So we went, and it was a really good movie. It's a comedy, so we
That's
had a
good.
good time. And I don't know, at the beginning it felt a little weird at first, just because it almost felt like small talk, trying to avoid the subject. But once the movie got started and we kind of forgot about it, it felt like old times. It felt like he was happy again for a little bit. So I don't know if that made him feel better, or if things are finally getting better for him. But we definitely didn't talk about it at all, just because I don't want to ruin anything or ruin his mood.
So do you think that by hanging out with him as just a sister or a friend, do you think that's, kind of a step in the right direction towards rebuilding your guys' brother-sister relationship?
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna help, and it's gonna be not so tense and awkward between us anymore. Because, like, we used to be really close, and, like, that just kind of threw everything way off balance, so I really do hope that it helps.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy that, you were able to do that and that it worked out. Are you guys going to try and, maybe do that again to continue to hang out just as friends or brother, sister? And
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't want him to, like, think I'm known doing it to, like, find out about it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just slowly getting back to, I think, the way it used to be. And, like, he's, like, around the house a little bit more than he used to be. So
Okay.
I kind of noticed that, too. So I think he's, like, warming up to finally getting over, like, what happened.
Okay.
But, like, it still kind of freaks me out.
So you're still concerned about the suicide note?
I mean, yeah, just 'cause, like, that's so, like, scary, like, what, he could have not been here anymore.
Yeah.
And so just to, like, not talk about it, like, with him or with my parents, it kind of, like, feels like it's just getting blown off. But I actually did kind of talk to my mom a
Okay.
little bit about him, not so much the note.
Okay.
Like I said, we kind of been getting closer and closer, and, like, she just can tell that, like, something was wrong, like, when we were talking about him, and, like, she asked, if I'd noticed anything or stuff like that, and I said, like, I noticed, I feel like he's been depressed and, like, not the same, especially, like, after his girlfriend, like, broke up with him, and, like, he's just not the same. And she said she did notice it, too, and, like, it's just been hard for her to do anything because she's been working so much because our dad doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
But, like, I just kind of told her, like, how I'm worried about him, and she agreed, and she thinks that we should, like, kind of start doing things as a family more.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell her about the note. I felt like that would have just, like, ruined everything that we, like, just built, like, going to the movies.
Yeah. Do you feel like that by telling your mom, you maybe went behind his back a little bit and, maybe betrayed his trust a little bit if you would have done that?
Yeah, I felt like he would have freaked out, and, like, it would have been, like, starting over, like, even below zero again. Like, I couldn't do that to my mom either. Like, I don't want her to know that her son was, like, thinking about that or doing that, and, like, I don't want it to be true, but, like, I just don't want to hurt them either. It's just, I don't.
Do you feel like that could have put a lot of pressure on your mom, and maybe she might have even felt like, why didn't I notice these things? I should have been there. Do you think that maybe if you would have told your mom that she might have felt like that?
Yeah, I definitely feel like she would have, like, freaked out and just, like, went to him, like, insisting all these answers and, like, crying and, like, blaming herself. And then my dad, and I felt like he would have, done the same thing. And so it's like, I do want them to know. I just don't think there's any realistic way to, like, tell them. So I think it's better maybe they just don't know.
Are you hoping that eventually your brother might, in a couple weeks maybe, or later on down the road, that your brother might tell them?
I don't know. I feel like he needs to tell them so they know it was, like, real and that he had a real issue. But I don't know if it's gonna, like, make anything better.
Has your brother said anything to you about the Lifeline number at all? I mean, do you know if he still has that? Because, I mean, even though, he didn't take any action, but writing a suicide note is, essentially could have been the first step. So I just want to make sure that he does still have that in case of, an emergency, or if he starts feeling the same way he did when he started writing the note. So do you know if he still has that number?
I don't know if he still has it. I mean, I'm guessing he does because, like when I told you last time that I gave him the note, I left it on his bed, and, like, I kind of was creeping around the next day, and I noticed that it was, like, on his desk and not just, like, thrown away or anything. So I haven't really looked, but I don't think that's a number he's just gonna leave out on the desk in case my mom or something does go in. But I feel like he did keep it, and, like, I feel like me and him will be able to talk about this in a little time once our relationship kind of heals, and I really hope that's the case. But I don't know. I think he knows I'm watching more, and, like, I'm kind of paying attention to his actions more now, so I don't think he would be.
Okay. Well, I think it's, very, very good of you that you're, trying to watch for if his mood changes at all, so that if it does, that you can be there for him, as a support.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, I feel like he just went through a rough patch, and that, everything's gonna be okay, but I still think he needs to talk to people,
Yeah.
and talk to someone.
Am I still the only person that knows about this, or have you, you mentioned that you have a good support system in your boyfriend. Have you, mentioned anything to him, like any concerns or?
Yeah, I mean, I told him a little bit, and like, he definitely knows something's up, and he knows like I'm really worried about him, so I think he can kind of like catch on to like what kind of happened. Maybe like I didn't tell him the note, but he knows like it's a serious thing.
Yeah, that your brother's been going through some stuff.
Yeah, and like he knows I've like been going and talking to you, and he like keeps saying, well, you should take him with you. You should take him with you, and I'm just like, I don't know if my brother would come with me. I don't know like how to bring that up, or
Okay.
how I would even go about that.
Have you ever thought about that? Maybe asking him if he would be open to it?
I mean, I think it's a really good idea, and I think maybe even if I'm not here, like if he just came in and talked to you, like I think that's a great idea, and he would really, benefit from that. But I just don't know how he would take it, because then that means he knows like I kind of told someone, or he'll think that I told someone. So
If you do want to ask him about it, you could, mention that everything that we say in this office remains confidential, and, none of this information that you tell me or that we talk about will go outside of this office. So, I mean, if you think that's a possibility and that you would like him to maybe come and talk to me with or without you, I think it would probably be better with you, just so that, we have a relationship, and it would maybe make him feel more comfortable to have you as a support system.
okay, yeah. I mean, I definitely think it would help him, and I think it's a good idea for him to like get that help and like talk to someone else, besides just family about it, or just me. So I don't know. I think maybe I'll try to say something to him about it, or.
I mean, if you feel comfortable with it. If you don't, I don't want you to feel like you have to. But I can give you, my business card, and has all the information on it. If you, feel like he, might want to come in with you and talk to me, it might be a good idea, if you feel comfortable talking to him about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna because he doesn't know I've been like talking to someone. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to worry him, so maybe if I tell him I've been like talking to someone, he won't think it's like as weird, or won't feel as bad if he went and talked to someone. So.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm very proud of all the progress that you've made. You're starting to make your own decisions, and I see a lot of strengths in you. You gave your brother the hotline number. You reached out to your friends, hung out with your brother. You took the initiative to talk to your boss about maybe cutting back on a few hours. So I just wanted to, tell you that I'm really proud of all the progress that you've made since we first met.
Yeah, I guess, I have done a lot more than I realized.
So, okay, I will send you off with the business card, and then if you want to, just continue to try hanging out with your friends and your brother, as a friend, if that sounds good. And then if you have any questions or concerns, you can always give me a call, or you can give me a call if you'd like to come in with your brother. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it does.
Well, have a good week, Taylor.
All right. Thank you.